Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. I sell used books, CDs, and DVDs online on platforms like eBay and Amazon. And that is what I do full time to support my family. This business is me taking books, taking CDs, taking whatever we've got, listing them, either eBay, Amazon, selling them. Today is a Monday morning, and we are going to look at what orders we had over the weekend. We're going to be shipping them out, and we are going to be talking about the topic of today, which is, in my opinion, the biggest topic of 2025 in reselling and just how things are changing, how they are updating. But yeah, 34 orders going out for $998.32. Not a bad weekend. Would be over 1,000, but I've already refunded money on this order. This is a whole bunch of fabric. I bought fabric, man. We got to be getting close to 3 years ago now. Paid, I think it was $600 if I remember correctly. That could be a couple $100s off there. It's been so long. For basically a storage unit full of fabric. I didn't buy the storage unit. This other guy that I buy off of a lot of the times did. And no idea what he paid for it. But I bought, I think, all the fabric from it and the base off of a couple of old Singer sewing machines. I might have bought a sewing machine or two also. I feel like he flipped the whole unit to me personally. He might have kept some stuff and sold it himself. I'm not real sure. But we did really good. This fabric, I don't even remember how many pieces were here. It looks like 7 things. The buyer paid $87.08. I did refund them some of the shipping. This is a repeat buyer that has bought from me multiple times. And I always say, get as much fabric as you want, and we will do a flat $10 shipping because they are in Texas, which I am in Oklahoma. So, like, it's never going to be above $10. They would have to get so much fabric to be above that. It'd be ridiculous. And this poly mailer is like bulging at the seams. I barely got it sealed, so we're going to add one extra little piece of tape. Oh, looks like I need to refresh the rates. And it's going to cost us $6.29 to ship this out. So that's what we're going to do. Why is that not changing? Oh, I gotta hit save. There we go. Wow, it's apparently Monday morning. We're still waking up. So $6.29 to ship 7 pieces of fabric. Some of these are like 1 yard. Some are just like a partial piece. I don't sell a lot of fabric anymore, but when I do, it's usually to somebody like this that is coming in, buying a lot, doing things that way. This buyer actually came into the store because I sent out coupons the other day to like repeat buyers and such. 20% off coupon. So the stuff was already on sale, and then they got it 20% off. But anyways, I'm going to start shipping books, not really talking about them, and talking about the topic of today. I think the title of this video, I've got it written down over here. It's going to be something like, Reselling May Never Be the Same Again. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to talk more about AI, especially with the AI listers on the eBay side of things right now. And I just think for a long time in media, we have had automation on a very large scale. Anybody that can afford things like Cash Monkey or Monsoon or these big softwares that a lot of times are even taking a percentage of your sales, or they are just charging an absolutely insane amount of money, have been able to automate anything with a barcode or anything potentially with an ISBN. But if you're looking at my stuff I've got here, this is the first book that has a barcode. So it would have been able to scan this barcode, list it on eBay, and that would have been great. And they could have sold it, made some money that way. So like, and also they would have been able to put things on multiple platforms using these types of softwares. We're talking about like Cash Monkey, Monsoon, other types of these media software. So this type of automation has been around in media for a very long time. However, the people utilizing it have not been taking photos. They've just been scanning barcodes, putting it up, maybe conditioning the book, maybe not. And because of that, there's kind of this need in the marketplace for people providing photos of books or listing books that don't have barcodes, that there's not a lot of them out there. Prayer messed up just a little bit. I think sometimes It's kind of dirty here sometimes in the garage. Gonna get some dust. I think if I get some dust just on this top layer of shipping labels, I think it sometimes doesn't read things correctly and prints out some extra labels. But anyways, now with AI listing, as long as I take like at least 3 photos of this book, I typically will take more, but as long as I'm taking about 3, AI seems to be doing a good job of listing them. And I'm able to make listings so much faster now. I'm able to list things that I there's no ability to sell similar because those items aren't out there. And I think there is a great opportunity in this marketplace right now to be listing things that's not currently on eBay, that there may or may not be some demand for. Shipping rates are still very, very cheap. For instance, we are shipping this book out at $3.95. Like, I think there is a big opportunity in the marketplace right now as far as media goes. And I'm seeing that because I'm seeing people like Kevin Commonwealth Picker. You know, he is doing a lot more media right now. Notice he's been listing more CDs, cassettes, that type of thing. Things that, like, you can just throw this stuff up. Bearded Picker. Is that the right bearded name? One of the bearded ones. The one from Alabama. You guys know who I'm talking about. There's so many bearded picker names. I can't keep them all straight. The OG bearded picker guy. Millennial Monopoly Man. Like, he is listing cassette tapes like crazy. CDs like crazy. And I think when I see non-media people coming into the media space, that tells me there is a lot more opportunity here than there was a year ago or 6 months ago or however long ago you want to look back. And so I am really going much heavier into media. I was, if you look back kind of historically over this channel over the last 18 months, I had been swinging heavier into Amazon because of the automation that is available through Amazon. I can ship stuff off, I can list stuff really fast, and like Amazon can do all the fulfillment for me. However, now with these AI listers and with Amazon's listing getting slower, so 2 things have kind of happened in the last year. Amazon's listings have gotten slower because we no longer have instant FNSKU making. I can't think of my word right there, but we don't instantly get FNSKUs whenever we go to list the books. That has made listing on Amazon slower. Anybody that wants to disagree with me there, come at me. But like, listing on Amazon right now is slower than it was 2 years ago. Also, Amazon fees are always going up. That's kind of doesn't really matter so much because you can get a premium on Amazon for stuff. But the big thing with Amazon used to be that it was so much faster to list stuff. And now listing on eBay is honestly just as fast for me as listing on Amazon. I do still have to ship stuff, which is kind of annoying. We do have to ship stuff to Amazon, which takes a little bit of time, but not very much. You're just throwing it all in one big box, printing one shipping label for like $40. But here, like, especially now that I'm using VQuo is so much faster for shipping. eBay shipping has gotten better over the last year as well because I'm using VQuo, VEEQO. I'll put a link down to it in the description. I think you get like 5% off on all your shipping for the first 30 days or something like that. And I think it gives me 5% off for 30 days if you use it. But the shipping rates are the same shipping rates I see on Pirate Ship and eBay. UPS, those rates seem to change a little bit from time to time. Sometimes one person will be cheaper over the other. Also, this phone did not get charged over the weekend. The phone that I'm recording on, I had it plugged in, but I guess the other end of the cord got unplugged. So we are going to be cutting this video short today. But anyways, I think because of the AI, game is really going to be changing. Lots more people are going to be able to list stuff super duper fast, and I want to get on the head end of that. So because of that, I am slowly, I'm not taking energy away from Amazon yet, but I'm thinking more about it, and we are weekly increasing our listing rate as far as what we are putting up on eBay. When I first started AI listing, I was doing 100 listings a week on eBay. And honestly, I kind of lost track last week of where I was at because I listed everything we had on hand last week to make a blank slate. Then I went sourcing on Friday and we are covered in stuff. This week, what we are going to do, 360 units to Amazon and 175 units to eBay. Okay. So we have already increased our eBay listings by 75%. 175, that's pretty easy there. So if I get to a point where I can no longer maintain the rate of my increase, which my rate of increase has been 5 extra units to eBay every single week, then at that point, what we're going to do is we are going to start decreasing my Amazon listings. A few reasons for that. Number one, Amazon just keeps getting slower. Number two, Amazon, I'll put this in the words of Jack right here. Amazon is not a good selling partner. Amazon doesn't care about you. I think everybody that sells on Amazon realizes that. And also, like, people say eBay is glitchy, Amazon is glitchy, and their glitches cost you so much money. Right now, the used buy box is completely screwed up. It was also completely screwed up in March. This looks like a very, very similar type of issue. However, like, it's slightly different this time because there's kind of some differences between your accounts if you're logged in, logged out. I don't want to get into it. The Amazon buy box is currently broken. And this is a pattern. This has happened twice now. Amazon fees are just going up. And I just like eBay more. So because of that, once I get to a point where I can no longer keep up with my listings on eBay, we will start decreasing Amazon in order to increase eBay. Hang on, somebody's coming in. All right, guys, I want to talk to you real quick about Thrift Books. They are today's video sponsor. Thrift Books is one of the largest sellers of used books online, and they want to buy books from you. But the question is, why would you want to sell your books to them instead of selling them yourselves online on platforms like eBay and Amazon? There's a bunch of different reasons. Number one, logistics. If you are sending your books to Thrift Books, you don't have to grade them yourselves. You don't have to condition them. You don't have to put that extra time and care into a book like you would need to if you were selling it on eBay or Amazon. No photos, no listing, no nothing. Just throw it in a box, ship it off to them. They provide free shipping labels via media mail, which can be picked up at your door with USPS. Or if you're shipping whole truckloads, pallets, gaylords, whatever that is, they will handle the shipping for you. Just reach out to them, talk to them. They do an amazing job with this. Also, there's no additional fees. Whatever they quote you is what they're going to pay you. You're going to get money in your pocket right away. If you're selling on eBay or Amazon, you're going to have to wait for that sale and then wait a few days, a few weeks, a few months, maybe with Amazon to actually get your money out. But with them, as soon as they get things checked in and it's all good, they're going to send you money either via PayPal or store credit that you can use right away. So that is absolutely great. Very fast turnover. Get the money back in your pocket right away. Also, if you have like list of ISBNs, like you want to upload 100 or 200 ISBNs at a time, they do have bulk ISBN uploads. You can get through things super duper fast that way. No like scanning things one at a time and doing all that. They do have the option to like upload tons of ISBNs all at once. And with this, doing all this, it's going to allow you to spend less time selling the books. You're going to be able to spend more time on your business, more time developing relationships, more time working on your processes. And you know what? If you want to check them out, go to thriftbooks.com/buyback, which I'll put a link down in the description below, and you can get started that way. Anyways, back to the video. Sorry about that. My daughter was coming in here to get dog food to feed the dog. Oh, real quick. This is a great example of something I would not have been listing without AI. These are put out by a company called Sunlight, which I hadn't heard of, which I've heard of like most Christian homeschool curriculums at this point. There's a whole bunch of these at the bins. I don't remember what my bins charges for paperbacks, but it's not very much. But there just wasn't a lot listed. There wasn't I think really any solds, but I had like 40 of them. So I grabbed these two. The buyer bought both of them, paid $43.44. I've got all my money back now. So now the others can just kind of sit on the shelf over there and eventually sell. It's the type of thing I thought would eventually sell, and they did eventually sell. But I probably would have left them, probably wouldn't have grabbed them without AI, just because, like, without being able to sell similar, and because they're kind of complicated and confusing on what exactly they are. You can't tell looking at them super fast. The listing time would have normally taken longer than other books. But we got them listed. These sold right away. I've got all my money back for all of them that I purchased. And now I can wait on the others to slowly sell, or here in a couple of years, if they haven't sold, we will donate them. But already made some money, so that's great. But if I get to a point where I can no longer continue to increase my eBay sales, we will decrease Amazon. And that is not something I thought at the beginning of the year that I would be saying. I thought throughout this year I would continue to decrease eBay and increase Amazon. But right now, the plan is to decrease Amazon and increase eBay, which is absolutely blowing my mind that that is what is happening currently. Not what I expected. The only thing we got to be careful about, making sure we still have enough space in here and keeping my sell-through rate a little bit higher than it's traditionally been. We've got enough space on hand. I don't have to worry about space for at least 6 months at my current rate. After 6 months, I don't know where we're going to be, but I know in the 6 months, at the way things are selling and what we currently have on hand, I should be fine for at least 6 months before I really have to, like, change things up potentially. So we'll see what happens between now and then. Also, if you are an Amazon seller of disc media, I am looking to buy stuff that does not have Amazon listings, or stuff that maybe the rank is too high for you. Maybe you just do FBA, you don't do FBM. Maybe there's no listings on it, no offers on the listing. Maybe it's a 0 sales rank. That type of stuff. I'm wanting to buy that type of stuff in disc media, not books, disc media. So that you have a bunch of that stuff, maybe you go through a couple of Gaylords of disc media per week, or maybe a couple of Gaylords of disc media a day. Reach out to me. Send me an email. My email is always in the description. I am always looking to buy. Yeah, send me an email and I can give you kind of some very specifics on what I'm paying and all that good stuff. This is Temple Quartet live DVD gospel music. Pretty cool. And this came from an Amazon seller. Buyer paid $17.99 to get this shipped to them. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. Battery is about to die on this phone, so I am just going to speed run what we've got left. I haven't been doing a good job of showing you guys, but we got this classical CD set, and then we've got 3 more single CDs. These are things that either don't have an Amazon listing or the rank was super duper high. We have this lot of Little House in the Big Woods. It's like a classroom set. It was previously a classroom set, and I sold it using the keyword classroom set. It's a good way to sell that type of stuff. We made like 15, 20 bucks. Source book on materials for elevated temperature applications. Exactly the type of stuff I want to put on eBay. 1 pair of jeans. I no longer list jeans, but they were in the store. Textbook. I think we got $70 on this one. I picked this up at a Goodwill, believe it or not, for $2.99. 1 blank baseball hat. 2 CD lots. This one is country. That is a lot that I currently list. 40 CDs for, let's see how much real quick for you guys, because I'm sure somebody's wondering. I don't see it. Where's the order? Let's refresh this page. I just realized I forgot to pull some records. 40 CDs, buyer paid $38.22. Here are some jazz CDs. It's not a lot I make up anymore because it seems to take forever to sell, and it's not easy for me to sort out, be like, is this a jazz artist or not? I used to sort them out by using Discogs to kind of like scan a CD with my barcode scanner, and then it would tell me what genre it is, but I no longer do that. Here's like 5 sewing machine parts, something I still like putting in the store, but AI listing does not help those. Like, I can batch those out so fast in other ways that AI listing does not help me. Here is this little pamphlet. It says the Milwaukee Road on it, Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, Pacific. Yeah, just a little like train timetable type thing. We also have one vacuum tube going out. I do not sell very many vacuum tubes. This was like $8. And last but not least, speed running this all right here. I've got these head bolts, 12 of them going out to one buyer. I had a whole bunch of these when we started, probably like 10 boxes of those. Finally sold through them all. But anyways, this has been what sold on Monday mornings. I will make sure that the phone is charged next week so we can ship this all out and talk a little bit more. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.